I called for him to come out, take a look for himself. We want to do it in the spirit of an open hand, not a closed fist. He's the president-elect. I respect the office. We have a president of the United States that within 36 hours provided a major disaster declaration over a text. We had support from the president of the United States, Joe Biden, with 100% reimbursement, all the resources you could hope for or imagine, constant communication. I'd like to extend that to the president-elect. I don't know what he's referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt in reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full. The state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us. Responding to Donald Trump's insults, we would spend another month. I'm very familiar with them. Every elected official that he disagrees with, very familiar with them.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation, to understand what was happening with that local reservoir. That was not a state system reservoir, which the president-elect was referring to as it relates to the Delta and somehow connecting the Delta smelt to this fire, which is inexcusable because it's inaccurate, also incomprehensible to anyone that understands water policy in the state.
What's up, y'all? Gerald here, creator of Gospel Chops and your host for this YouTube channel, back with another video. Now, here we have Gavin Newsom. Any twosome Newsom, as they call him. Gavin Newscum, as the president-elect Donald Trump calls him. This man is out here spinning his wheels, trying to make as many excuses as he can to keep from being liable by his own political policies. To keep from being liable for this disaster, this catastrophe in Los Angeles, where tens of thousands of homes and structures have been destroyed. Somebody, at some point, is going to have to face the blame for this, and this man doesn't want to. Donald Trump is not president now, so don't try that. We still got a few days before he even takes office. So these Democrats are here flapping and flailing, trying to find a place to place the blame for their own political incompetence. Well, we who live on the West Coast, that used to be the best coast at one time, but is no longer. We understand what is going on with their policies, and this man is saying, oh, well, he's trying to blame it on the Delta smell. That ain't got nothing to do with this. Oh, well, what does have to do with it, sir? Mr. Governor? The same governor who locked down all of California while he was out chilling at the French Laundry. He was out with his people having a good old time while you were locked down under COVID protocol because he felt like that was best for you. He thinks he can live it down, y'all. He thinks he can aspire to be the president of the United States. It is not going to work, especially after a situation like this where you have destroyed the livelihoods of thousands of multimillionaires in this Los Angeles County. Oh, they coming back, bro. They coming for you. There is going to be some comeuppance for all of these politicians who have played a role in this. Your policies have been to the detriment of the citizenry who is overtaxed in this state. The citizenry who have voted for policies that would remedy these situations, but the government has done nothing, even in the eyes of that vote. Even in the wake of that vote, you've done nothing for the citizenry of this country. Why? Because you are beholden to politics. Yeah, yeah. No matter what the people say, no matter what the people vote for, you're going to do what you want to do in this deep blue state. I get it. With a supermajority in the state. I get it. With all statewide offices being held by Democrats. I get it. With the governorship being held by a Democrat. I get it. Y'all are in control, complete control as it would seem, but you don't want to own up to your ineptitude. Well, seems like this is a day of comeuppance, and I'm so glad that we are in 2025 where there's a camera on everything, there's a recorder on everything, and your ineptitude is well documented. So you can't pull out your old school blackety blacks that you can depend on for all these generations, for all these decades. You could always lean on the blackety blacks to come out and save you. For that Democrat Party, they would stand out there, they would cape for you. It no longer works, so let's listen to Maxine Waters. We ain't calling her Auntie Maxine because I ain't got no aunties out here like this. My aunties don't act like this. I don't know where y'all got this chick from, but she out here trying to cape for this Democrat Party, even as Los Angeles burns.
Instead of
I
this
agree with
business
you.
about Democrats or Republicans, get the information up on the screens. Where can you go
I
in
agree.
Altadena? Where can you go in Pasadena? Where can you go in Malibu? Where can you go in the Palisades? Where can you go in San Fernando Valley? They don't know. They're looking for help, and that's what we should be dedicated to.
I agree.
And you too.
We are doing it. We will continue to do it. I think you are right. However, it can also be seen that you don't want to talk about the politics because it's on your party, because the mayor and the governor are Democrats who arguably should have had the people in Altadena better prepared for this. They should have the resources more available so they don't need me to put them up because the state has been doing the work. And that if they've been preparing the situations for wildfires like they were made aware of, instead of cutting deals with PG&E and insurance companies, they would have prepared the state. That is not unfair criticism. Is it too soon? Maybe, but the questions are real.
Let me tell you something. I'm not in
Please.
the business of protecting anybody. And I think that my work over the years that I've been involved have been absolutely on point in dealing what has to be dealt with in order to help the people. First thing you
Agreed.
got to understand is services cost money. And we should be willing to get the richest people in this country, the richest 1% that is protected, make sure they pay their fair taxes so that we can have the money to provide the services. With that money and with those resources, the people who have been selected or elected to do the job should do the job. I don't care who it is. It could be Democrat, it could be Republican, it could be whatever. But the fact of the matter is, we all should have heavy hearts right now.
Now we see what's going on, y'all. She's blaming the rich. And she seems to be a little giddy, a little happy that the richest homes are the ones that are being burned down in Malibu, in Altadena, in the Palisades. She seemed to be happy, a little piece. Mother, don't you live down there in the LA area? Where your house located at? Because you seem to be a little too happy that the rich are being punished by this wildfire that people could not put out because of incompetent politicians like you. No, you don't want to bear any responsibility for it, but you are responsible, ma'am. Yes, you are. Yes, you are, as you out here punishing Californians. As you are out here taking resources from taxpayers and giving it to illegal immigrants. Yes, we see you for who you are, lady. No, you ain't Auntie Maxine, no, because we ain't got no aunties like you. You are not part of the community. Where your house located at? I bet they keep that fire away from you, don't they? But you can sit on here and not answer questions and cast aspersions upon other folks because you feel like you know it all. You are above everyone else. Okay, Miss Maxine. As Los Angeles burns, what policies are you going to put in place to fix the problem? Because that's why people elected you, right? To be a leader of the community. They put you in place. They sent you to Washington, D.C., and you have done nothing for the time you have been in office. It is time for people with means and people without means, people of regular status and people of elite community status to vote these folks out. Get them out of office. They ain't doing nothing for the community. This woman didn't do nothing but fight Donald Trump for years, and all she had to say was anti-Trump slander and slogans. Meanwhile, her community that she is responsible for fell into despair. Yeah, and she ain't gave y'all nothing but some empty platitudes against Orange Man bad. Okay, all right, but what you gonna do now when your district is on fire? Ain't got nothing to do with Orange Man. He not even the president yet. What you gonna do now, lady? When the media is coming after you because you've been in a position of power and have done nothing, what are you going to do now? Well, she can't answer the question. She ain't got nothing to say. She gonna say, well, we need some more money. No, you've taken money from the taxpayers and you've allocated it to projects and plans that the taxpayers did not want you to do. They did not permit you to do. They didn't vote for you to do, but you did it anyway because you had the power. Now, now that this fire is placed in your lap, now that this calamity is placed in your lap, now that this catastrophe is right in front of you, you ain't got nothing to say. You are an empty suit. A nappy wig wearing empty suit that ain't got nothing to say for your constituents. Well, I got something to say for your constituents. They should vote you out. They should get you out of office. They should elect better and never look back at empty politicians like this. But you know who supports her? As much as we've had a change, a shifting in the electorate in this past election, you've seen Black men in record numbers go over to the other party and say, hey, we're going to try something different. We see which way the wind blows. We are about economics. We're trying to support our families. We're trying to do better and be better out here. We have seen Black women caping for these feckless, failed Democrats in record numbers. And in situations like this, you even got the celebrities that live in neighborhoods like this, the blackity black actresses that are coming out saying, hey, we support women like this. 100%. We behind her, even as our house burns in the background. We behind her, even as our stores and our malls burn in the background. We gonna stand on business. Oh, well, what kind of business is that? Please explain and let us know, because that's the precise business that we ain't trying to stand on as Black men out here trying to do better in America for America.
Let me tell you something. She's got a spine of steel.
Yes.
And she's also been a Black woman in America a very long time. So none of this is new to her. We are mad because we're tired of it.
We're mad
tired
for her.
But we're mad for her. And we're going to stand. Listen, I don't know how you here, but I'm happy you're here. Because somebody needs to say.
To stand, behind her and support her. Because how she handling it, you can see it in her face. She stays calm. But think about this. She has the city to take care of. She does not have time to hear from these reporters.
And she is also not mayor of every municipality in California.
Yes.
There are people that are mad that she didn't fix the fires in Malibu. She's not the mayor of Malibu.
You're right.
What is she supposed to do in the city she's not the mayor of?
People don't understand.
And let me say this too. I can imagine how much it would hurt to see this happening in the city that she loves. That's first. So take away how it feels for people to attack her. She's heartbroken because this is happening in her city, a city that she loves.
And the people don't understand. They don't understand how large it is, because a lot of people are sitting in other parts of the city. They're not in it. They're not in the fire. They're not in the smoke. They don't see. They're not there. They're watching TV. Why? And they want to blame someone. This is not the time to blame. It's time to get some resources. She has reached out far. We have planes coming in from other countries to help us. This is not the time. I need everybody to remain calm, be vigilant, support the leadership, support Karen Bass. That's all I can say. You cannot. This is not the time. Oh, y'all done got me upset.
She's had a great response so far to the fires.
Absolutely.
A great. She has done what she's had to do. She's jumped in there, and she's got.
We have fires every year. And I don't remember in the 30 years almost that I've lived in LA, I've never seen everybody react like this to the mayor and blame one person for a natural disaster.
Yes.
I've never seen it. Now, what's different this time? Interesting, isn't it?
You said that. Amen, sister.
And there you have it, y'all. The blackity blacks out here proclaiming that you can't blame the blackity black mayor simply because she Black. Oh, well, color ain't got nothing to do with it. What color is fire? What color is ash? Because that's all you got left over when this thing sweep through your neighborhood. What color is that? That's the only color that people care about, because even if you had the color green, cash, once that fire get through with your cash, it's all gonna be cash minus the C. It's ash. What color is ash? That's the only color people care about. So you Hollywood elites, as you think you are, making your union pay, ain't had no work in years, but you out here bumping your gums. You Hollywood actresses, blackity blacks, out here thinking you can stand on something. Know this. Don't nobody care about your opinion. These people who have lost everything don't care nothing about what you're talking about. You can try to stand by this mayor all you want, but the mayor is inept, black or otherwise. We see it for what it is. Folks paying taxes and ain't getting no services in return. Taxation without representation is what you got in Los Angeles. And we're seeing that play out as people lose everything. And people like you blackity blacks want to talk about folks who spend their own money and their own resources and say, hey, I need a private firehouse. Is that someone who can pull up to my crib or my business with some water? Because LA ain't got no water in the hydrants. And y'all want to look at the billionaires as if they're villains, as if they're worse than the fires, as if they're worse than the fire starters. No, these people have every right to protect their investment in your area. If you can get somebody to pull up with some water for some money, pay them. Do whatever you got to do to protect your investment because the government has failed you, blackity black or not. Pay your money, protect your interests, and do what you can to survive because California government has failed.
Oh, this is his own water trucks.
Yep.
Wow, everything on. Oh my gosh.
I've been going around the city talking to firefighters and talking to paramedics. I've been talking to residents, and there's a deep concern throughout this city that the paramedics and the firefighters are understaffed because their budget has not been restored. From 15 years ago, when it was cut back, we have fire stations throughout this city that aren't mobilized because they don't have the staffing to do it, and it's just wrong. My plan as mayor is simple. We are going to restore the budget to bring the staffing levels back, to give the residents of Los Angeles the service they pay for and deserve. And that's the only way a city can be a great city. We have to reprioritize our budget in this city to make sure that our residents are safe and they're protected. And we can't do that unless we have a fire department that is fully funded and fully staffed.
And there you have it, y'all. Things appear to be spiraling out of control as the wind is about to kick up today for the next 48 hours at least. Some of these embers that are being blown around, some of these little fires that are still smoking, even though the fire department has dumped retardant and dumped water on all of this stuff. Some of these fires are still burning a week later. They can't put it out. They are understaffed. They ain't got no water down there because they haven't built the resources. Well, they are going to pay the price of historic proportions in this state. And it is here on camera for all the world to see, for all the world to witness. Yes, this mayor should resign. Yes, this governor should resign. He should never be allowed to lead the federal government because I know he got aspirations to get to the White House, y'all. But I love the fact that this has been exposed because until now, other states haven't been paying attention to what's going on in California, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't even waste your time dealing with it because you know it's deep blue. You know it ain't nothing but foolishness on the left coast, but here we are with an incident that has exposed it all to the world. And I hope that every voter across this great nation remembers this. Gavin Newsom should never become the president of the United States, and this mayor should resign immediately because she is incompetent. The only reason she was put in place as the mayor of Los Angeles is because she is a longtime Democrat apparatchik, longtime Democrat operative, and they just put her in place so she could ride it out until retirement, fleece the public one more time till she out of here. Well, you get what you voted for. You get what you put in office. And this is ineptitude on display for the world to see. And I'm here for it. And I'm going to keep reporting on it until y'all say y'all tired of hearing it, because I need you to understand the left coast ain't the best coast at all. And we are suffering under mismanagement from city to city in California. Y'all let me know what you think about this. I'd love to know your thoughts on this feckless governor and this feckless mayor that people are calling for the resignations of, and I support it 100%. They ain't done nothing for me. Get up out of here and let's get somebody who is competent in office. Y'all let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts, and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video so we can get more people involved in the conversation, y'all. And like I always say, always remember and never forget, without the gospel, it's just chops. Until next time, peace.